Welcome back to the Baco Motorsports Power Hour. I'm Mike Griffith, a Bakersfield, Californian motorsports rider, and we are in the Bakersfield Speedway segment. Track's been around since 1946. Scott Schweitzer of Bakersfield Speedway usually comes in for this segment, but he informed me with the holiday, today has now turned into delivery day instead of Tuesday being delivery day out there, so you got to take care of all your deliveries to prepare for another Saturday night of racing out there at the Third Mile Clay Oval. So hopefully Scott will be back within the next week or so, be able to talk to him. But Bakersfield Speedway was in operation last week. Bunwillow Raceway had some stuff going on out there as well, but those were the only two tracks running. But so no surprise at Bakersfield Speedway, they had sport mods racing last week, and we've got a slide of the winner, which was, geez, look at that. Gary Dutton. I only show this. This is not from last week because Tom Mocht, who takes the photos out there, was at Santa Maria chronicling the Nationals over there. But this is a picture from an earlier race of Gary Dutton in the 78 car. And I show it because he now has 4 straight sport mod wins. So good for Gary Dutton there. Gary Dutton with the win. Clint Reichenbach, who actually won a sport mod race on a Sunday out there at Santa Maria, finished second. Sean DeVolder was third, Austin Manzella fourth, and Nick Spainhauer comes in fifth in the sport mod races out there at Bakersfield Speedway last Saturday night. Then we can go to our next slide here of what else we have here on the finishing orders. Mini stocks, a little different mini stock order in here. Some different names up front with David Wolford getting his first win of the season. Clinton Massey comes in second. Sean Swotzenberger, who's been running strong, third. David Waller fourth, and Carter Cherry fifth. So usually we're used to seeing like Lonnie Spiller and Misty Warren up there in the top 5, and they're missing. So no familiar name here in Mod Lights. Zach Forster, he keeps rolling along. He's back on a tear. Finished first in Mod Lights. Anthony Balcazar trying to get his first win. Runner up again, and boy, I can see the celebration there when he gets a victory. And it keeps knocking on the door. Roy Maynard Jr., solid run for him as usual. Kenny Cochran comes in fourth, and Caden Cochran fifth in the Mod Lights, in a good field there in the Mod Lights last Saturday at Bakersfield Speedway. And we also had the SoCal Enduro, which I did not say. This was at the end of the night, and basically mini stocks, and they run kind of a modified road course. They'll run through the oval, turns a little left and right. So Swan Schwarzenberger with the win there. Stephen Lauer second. Ken Lazarin third, Brady Mertz, I should say, fourth, and Kit Murphy fifth in the SoCal Enduro race, which brought the night to an end. Mini Dwarfs turned out there at Bakersfield Speedway, first time in a few weeks out there. Hank Hall, good for Hank Hall, been knocking on the door trying to get a victory. Striker Connolly second, Ethan Gianto third, Wyatt Webb fourth, and Chloe Cotton fifth. Which the name you don't see up there, if we go back to the junior mini dwarfs for a while, is Jet Yantis. Jet Yantis opened the season with a couple wins. He finished first in this race. Then they did a little tear down in the, I don't know whether it was the top 3, top 4 finishers. They wanted to tear the engines down. Jet's dad said, nope, you're not tearing the engine down, so he was DQ'd. So there you go there. So, makes you wonder. And then on the senior mini dwarfs, Brody Graham, strong run there. His second win of the season. Jacob Carey, Tyler Blankenship, Taylor Morrison, and Trenton Yurtle finished fifth. And again, Kennedy Cotton didn't win, but she was finishing the top, and she was disqualified once again for not allowing the engine to be torn down. And the mini dwarfs are, let's face it, there's not a lot of tech on these cars. There hasn't been a lot of tech over the years, a little bit here and there, and I think Scott Schweitzer is trying to send a message and wanted to tear down the engines, so we had a couple of people say, no, you're not going to tear down their engines. That could be just because they didn't want to, because of the hassle of putting them back together, or who knows. But it opened the door for certainly changed things up in the championship run. So with that said, coming up this weekend, we've got a picture here of the late models, because the late models are returning to Bakersfield Speedway. They'll run out there at KCRP on the dirt track for the first time on Friday night, and they're back here at Bakersfield Speedway on Saturday night. So you might want to get out there and catch those. Also, so you have some hobby stocks. Tyler Johnson there in the 24 car. A lot of Johnsons running there. And the hobby stocks, Cody Johnson leads the points race at 454. Miranda Scott, 442. And Tyler Johnson, whose picture is there, at 440. Johnson and Johnson, they each have 2 wins, and Miranda Scott won the opening race of the season. So then I think we have another picture here. Now what we've got is what's coming up for late models, sport mods, hobby stocks, American stocks, NMRA 3/4 midgets, and Super 4s on this Saturday. And interesting, on the sport mods, they're coming right back, where Gary Dutton will be trying to get his 5th straight win. Jason Nation leads in points with 266. Gary Dutton, 248. And you got to remember, in modifieds and sport mods, there's only 1 point between each finishing position. So you've got to have a bad night to lose a lot of points. So Gary Dutton with those 4 straight. And then Clint Reichenbach, who won earlier this year, he's got 235 points. And then the hobby stocks we got through there, Cody Johnson leading. American stocks, Trevor Baker is atop the points board with 512 and a win. Raymond Nolan Jr., 492 and a win. Chris Settlemeyer, 492 points, looking for his first win. Interesting, 6 winners in 7 races in the American stocks. Tate Loftus, who was disqualified last race, I see on Facebook he's out of Porterville. Says his car is up for sale. They're going a different direction, so we'll see what happens there. And that's a hobby stock deal there. So going to see what's going to happen there. Interesting. But anyway, Bakersfield Speedway Saturday night. Late models, get out there, take a look at Bakersfield Speedway, enjoy some dirt track racing, and we will be back next week to talk about what happened at Bakersfield Speedway this weekend.